know his origin. He is functioning because of energy, and this energy principle has an activating force, a motor, a monitor in him called the brain. The brain, which is obviously seen in the X-ray, is not the brain in reality. The intelligence behind the brain, the intuition behind the brain, the introspection behind the brain is the power of the brain. So these, if used properly, makes awakening, creates awakening in the mind of man. Till such a time man is rotten. Suppose I am born in a village. Suppose I don't know any city. I'll be thinking that my own limited area of operation, like my land, my home, is all for me, is the entire world for me, my own home, my work in the fields, I come back and sit down, relax, eat, sleep, my family. This limited world I have never crossed, I have never entered into city, I may never know that there is a city existing. As man has evolved in communicatory procedures like transport, conveyance, the cities became closer. Then the telecommunication has brought the entire world near his fingertips. So this science and technology has made the world very small, and in fact this is what is taught by all the scriptures of the world. You are the representation of this world. You are the representation of the power of this world. You are the representation of the highest cosmic consciousness in this world. These three have to be understood properly in order to live well in this world. If these three are not understood, whatever may be the publicity, whatever may be the position, whatever may be the achievements, they are considered as nothing in the realm of reality. World is something both real and unreal. So we can't argue why avatars suffered, why Munis suffered, why Jnanis suffered. We have to take the essence and see how they lived through their lives, for what they lived. And so also, all the scriptures of this Sanatana Dharma are handed over to you so that you can benefit by it and you can realize the innermost core in you called the self. So this self, if I deal philosophically, it will bore you. But without this self, can I talk? Can you function? It can't. But the functioning self is different from or has its origin the silent one. It can't be called as self also. A silence. How can you name the silence? So once the silence gets power to act, power to think, power to execute, then we feel that the vibrations, the energy, and the outpour of energy in the form of physical realities of the world is real. It is not. So this is what is being taught all over in the scriptures of Sanatana Dharma. Don't take the face value of anything. And don't consider the market value of the things which are sold. Know the real value. Don't believe what you see, don't believe what you hear. Deeply think and find out the truth for yourself. That is the sentence, that is the quotation, that is the essence, Sara of all this Prasthanatraya called Gita, Upanishads and Brahma Sutra. Don't believe what you see, don't believe what you hear, but think deeply to find out the reality. If you think deeply, none other than the humankind need interrogation, introspection. Because a tree takes birth, it is ready to wither away its fruits, its branches, It is ready to age with time, it is ready to die with as the time commands. A mountain, a river, everything is ready to live by nature, for nature, of nature. Whereas once man takes birth, he has this innate fear of aging, he has this innate fear of dying. So, as he ages, he has fears, complexities, and when the time for dying comes, he is so afraid. So these fears have to be overcome. Someone who was suffering from pain day before yesterday, he had seen all the astrologers available, known to him, and he has performed a lot of yagas, yajnas, homas. And he was trying to tell that it is because of his papa. It's because of the sins he committed in the Purva Janma, maybe in the last birth. Maybe he is suffering from pain. This he repeated so often. Ultimately, I had to tell him one thing. He was trying for a solution without asking. But I told a word in which I told, if you really believe that Devi is in your heart, donate this body to Devi. Let Devi's Icha take the reign of this body, and let Devi do what she wants. This is the answer for how you should conduct. Don't be holy, don't be ritualistic, don't feel that you are very holy and all. It's not. You should be as simple and as facile, as flexible in your bathroom, bedroom, as you are in puja room. Don't feel holy or unholy. You just be flexible in all this. Because man is so full of emotions which are making him congested. Just to release his emotion, he wants to feel holy. Just by lighting a little agarbatti, just by concentrating in his ajna, and just by reciting the name of gods, he tries to feel holy, and the entire world tries to enchant him and make him fall into the Maya veil, Maya fold. So this, he feels that when he falls down, he feels that he is unholy. What I say is, you should be beyond this holy, unholy behaviors. If you feel something is unholy, then you are caught. If you feel that something is holy, then also you are caught. Because you will try to become holier day by day. It's very good. But ultimately, this achara, madi has been given to naturally eliminate your bodily desires. If you think deeply, our elders are not fools. When they say fast, if you really fast, the icha, the craving of the body dies. So, the symbol of hair, desires, are shaved from the head of the widow, making her realize that she should not desire for any more objective worldly things. The Sumangalitva, called the bangles, the yestards, and the golden ornaments, everything is removed from her just to show that she is no more than a sannyasi. So, this has been taught in a very symbolical manner. Similarly, all our achara, which should result in vichara. Achara means following. Just you have to follow. So, this following is not in the wearing of dresses, but still you should not feel that I am not attending temples. I am not going to any more temples because I feel that God is everywhere. That means that you are negating the temple. That means you are negating the existence of God in the temple. Why don't you be flexible? Go to the temple. Don't stop anything. Feel that you are flexible in all the places, all the time. You are with yourself. Suppose you are negating something, that means you are accepting the existence of that negated thing. So, right from the beginning, I am trying to tell you, don't say that this is not the truth, this is not the truth, this is not the truth. Accept everything and be the truth. So, the total acceptance of everything, every happening, and every instance in your life tries to make you aware that you are the self which absorbs all this. So, when people started fasting, you have to fast on Ekadashi day, you have to fast on this day, fast on this day, fast on this day. That means that you have to fast so that you neglect, rather, you don't yield to the body. And when you are in the, what you call, without salt or without water, nirjala, upavasa, that means that you are negating, rather you are by vairagya, by a constant perseverance, you are trying to teach the body that body is not the sole reality, your willpower. So just by following Ekadashi, someone has asked me to remain fasting, so I just fast without knowing the meaning. It's not right. At the same time, we are talking against upavasa. It's also not right, unless you have become God. In Ekadashi day also, God has to be given Naivedya. So there is no Naivedya only for God. If we are going on eating, the system itself neglects. You will watch that once in a month or twice in a month you get purgation or constipation. That means that your body is enriched by indigestive things. So this body has the capacity to throw away or to hold what is not important. So the natural process was fast, 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 so that you can eliminate the toxic effect in your body, the toxic contents in your body, the toxic accumulation in your body. So if you go on fasting, you will be thinking about the pinch, the rat bite in your stomach. So what they say is, remember the name of God, do bhajan of God, do puja of God, something to make you busy with. If you are working, go work, work. In these days you can work also. So once you are busy with some other thing, then you forget that you have not eaten. So what is allowed is you can take a little water with honey. It itself is a wholesome food. Gives you nourishment. It gives you sucrose, rather glucose. Once you take this, you become more hungry the next day, so that you can eat a lot and digest the same. And all your kapha comes out. All your pitta vanishes. You get perfect digestion. For this matter, for this convenience, fasting was created. So we need not fast on all the days, creating ulcer in our body, but you can try this. There is a meaning in whatever our elders have told. So we take the intelligence part of it, we forget the physical part of it. We take that upavasa means living near God. That means we should, the fasting itself, vrata, we forget, but upavasa we remember. So that it's our convenience. We can do inquiry into the nature of God, we can live near God, that is easier than fasting. But vrata is also as important as upavasa. That's what scriptures say. So the entire Dashavatar has been created and posed before you just to show that you are evolving from the lowest to the highest. The Buddha, the Kalki, the ultimate Pralayantaka. From a Matsya, one who is underwater, then that which can live on both water and land. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, then one which can live in land, which can hold the land in. Narasimha, half man, half animal. Then Rama, Balarama, Krishna. These are evolution in the intelligence. And Buddha, the wise one. And Kalki, the ultimate, the dissolution. So all these avatars are created just to tell you that from this level of samsara sagara, you are just a malsya. You are, as you can live within the water as a malsya, as a fish. From this you have to evolve to the level of Kalki. So all these dashavatars are created, shown to you so that you can evolve within your mind, you can evolve within your intellect to the state of at least Buddha. You have to become wise. So the purpose of life is to reach this silent awareness. This has been dealt with in all our Kendra activities, Kendra lectures. And efforts are being taken by a few. I know that those who are very sincere are trying to progress or have progressed towards this end. They have already known in their lives that the life has to be lived through in silence. So this, even if one or two of us, 5 of us can take this message, it gives immediate relief to this world. The message is carried out means the world can sustain itself for another 100 years. If one person starts living like this. So there will be no problem with rains, water, the solar energy. If one tries to live the life of Parabrahman, as an example of Parabrahman, as a representative of Parabrahman. So, the education tended towards realization is called Paravidya. All other Vidyas are for worldly earnings, worldly living. Don't neglect anything, accept anything, everything, and slowly try to know within yourselves this self. What you require is the lack of suspicion, because only suspicion brings us back to this world. We know that we have to perform our duty towards family. And once we are in the family, we forget that reality that we are just performing the duty. We are so involved in the family that we become passionate. There is a difference between passion and duty. Duty with passion is responsibility. You don't take the responsibility. Duty, responsibility minus passion is duty. Just perform the duties. Live as a grahastha. Grahastha itself means established in a home, your own ground. So once we are not lost in this world, then we hold ourselves tight. We just project ourselves to the particular circumstance and we draw ourselves like a tortoise, We just come out, work, go back, work, go back. Let even mightiest of Brahma come before us. We will show our reverence, we will wash his feet, then go back. It's just a duty where we should not lose ourselves. So start living with self-respect. Don't lose the self-respect for anything. This is the essence of Navaratri also, once we worship Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. 3 things are important to conduct the life of man. Money, Aishwarya, for which Lakshmi is the Devata. But money alone cannot give you freedom, give you good life. So money should be combined with wisdom. You should be wise enough to know your limits, to know the limitations of life, to know the ever expanding awareness. So this wisdom, the Devata, the deity which gives you this wisdom is called Saraswati. So she is as important as Lakshmi. Then Durga, whatever hurdles happen in our life, the valor with which we cut all these vignas, all this Durgati is given by the deity called Durga. Durgati Nashini. So everywhere when there are hurdles, once you get this dhairya, this veera, this valor, then you try to live life easily. In spite of Aishwarya, in spite of Jnana, you need the courage to face life. You should not say yes to time. You should stand apart from time. You should be master of time. So this is being taught, this is being represented, this boon is being given by Durga. So live life courageously, at the same time don't negate Aishwarya, don't negate wisdom. All these three mixed together gives you a life of contentment. Let us all pray for this kind of living. Let us enter into the womb of cosmos to take birth, to take deliverance in Parabrahma. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti